Hey everyone, welcome into our latest TDR Trade to Black Cannabis Reform podcast. I'm your host, Shad Dales, and today we're going to review the Senate banking hearing that took place on February 5th, 2025, and why it was a good day for the cannabis industry, and what it might mean for the SAFE Banking Bill to finally pass. So, lots to review, so let's dive into it. The Senate banking hearing, as I said, was on February 5th, 2025, and it turned out to be an important event for the cannabis industry. Cannabis was mentioned multiple times by key figures, including Senator Elizabeth Warren, Aaron Klein from the Brookings Institution, and Senator Thom Tillis. Senator Elizabeth Warren has long been an advocate for cannabis reform. She has consistently pushed for changes in cannabis policies, recognizing the economic and social benefits of legalizing marijuana. In the past, she supported the strengthening the 10th Amendment through Entrusting States Act, which aimed to exempt state legal marijuana activities from federal interference. During the hearing, Warren highlighted the impact of banking restrictions on lawful cannabis businesses, stating that, quote, lawful cannabis businesses have been unable to open up accounts and their employees of those businesses have been debanked. She emphasized the need to address these financial exclusions and ensure that cannabis businesses have access to banking services. An example of Warren's past views on cannabis is her support for the Marijuana Justice Act, which aimed to decriminalize marijuana at the federal level and expunge previous convictions. She has consistently advocated for comprehensive cannabis reform, understanding its potential to create jobs and generate revenue. Also, Aaron Klein from the Brookings Institution also played a significant role in the hearing. He discussed the additional costs and scrutiny that banks face when dealing with cannabis-related accounts. Klein pointed out that the lack of banking access forces cannabis businesses to operate largely in cash, which poses significant security risks. He argued that providing these businesses with access to banking services would not only enhance their safety, but also allow for better regulatory oversight and tax collection. Senator Thom Tillis from North Carolina, on the other hand, has had a more nuanced view on cannabis. While he has expressed support for a comprehensive federal regulatory framework that treats marijuana like tobacco and alcohol, he's also criticized incremental reforms such as the SAFE Banking Act as, quote, half-assed measures. During the hearing, Tillis questioned the relevance of marijuana banking, pointing out that, quote, the cannabis business is illegal at a federal level. However, he has expressed a willingness to re-examine federal marijuana laws and work towards a cohesive, sustainable banking solution. In the past, Tillis has shown openness to cannabis reform. For example, he supported a bill that would allow veterans to discuss cannabis treatment options with their VA doctors without facing penalties. This indicates his willingness to consider cannabis reform in specific contexts, even if he has reservations about broader measures. Switching now to the influence of these discussions and the chair of the Senate Banking Committee, which is Senator Tim Scott, and how it could be significant. Scott has previously focused on financial barriers for, quote, federal legal businesses. But the growing bipartisan support for cannabis banking reform might push him to consider broader changes. The arguments presented by Warren, Klein, and Tillis could sway Scott to support the SAFE Banking Bill, recognizing the need to address the financial challenges faced by the cannabis industry. Crypto was also a major topic during the hearing. Both Warren and Klein mentioned the potential for digital currencies to provide an alternative to traditional banking for cannabis businesses. Klein highlighted how the integration of crypto into banking could reduce the reliance on cash and improve security for these businesses. Zooming out now and looking at the big picture, the Trump administration has been dedicated to promoting digital assets, and leveraging this focus could be a strategic move to ensure the passage of the SAFE Banking Bill. By attaching the SAFE Banking Bill to a crypto bill, lawmakers could garner more support and increase the chances of it passing. Let's face it, the days of safe banking being a standalone vote are over, and aligning it with the crypto bill could be the key to finally achieving meaningful reform for the cannabis industry. In conclusion, the hearing marks a pivotal moment for the cannabis industry, and the discussions around banking and crypto could pave the way for much-needed reform. So what'd you all think of the hearing? Was it a good thing for cannabis? Are you reading much into this? Are you still skeptical that something could happen or anything at all? Let us know by leaving your comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And as usual, smash that bell for all notifications. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel. We very much appreciate it. One last thing, as I always say, make sure to scan this QR code and subscribe to our daily Baked In newsletter delivered to your inbox weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern Time to get all the latest information on cannabis reform and the business side of the cannabis industry. I'm your host, Shad Dales, and thanks again, everybody, for watching.